Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. Main quest continues. Good intentions. I'm sure it's going to have good results. Minfilia is considering which of her many responsibilities demands her utmost attention. It's all of them, all the time. All at the same time. I am most eager to address this Ascian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Hey look, another problem's coming. Alphanod. Hey, lest you forget, Antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? Fair. Maybe more of a solution than a problem here. I'll take it. True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Artech, in particular, is ever a steadying hand, but I trust will continue to support the Braves. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Ateleji and his Monstrous ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Raban needs our help, and I'll direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be for the best if I were to remain in Ul'dah, unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters well in hand. Umbria's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I'm not familiar with the details. Ménagère is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it's only a matter of time. Artek, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphanod and his Braves with theirs. It would do much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Mihul's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret. Hence why I have placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ul'dah riots. When you are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments out on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Alright. Okay. Yeah, the Ul'dah situation is crazy. That's not a title or anything. It's a problem. Everything's a problem. Outside. Or probably more specifically, just in the main room. Outside of the solar, at least. Yeah. Hey. Pleasure as always, Artek. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it? Actually, I had another task in mind for him. You'd be so kind as to repeat your report for his benefit? Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of the weapons that found their ways into refugee hands a ways back. So happens we caught wind of something promising. Rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt that this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant what caught an arrow while talking to Arctic, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, it'd be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, Sammy. Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best, or if we strike at the appropriate hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Arctic? That is a plan. Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you excuse me, I must leave for Oda. I expect good tidings. Okay. Some actionable intelligence there. Good stuff. Camp Trabo. There we go. Okay. Another round of riots. Let's nip this in the bud. My goodness. It's all connected. Or is it? Whee! And then we pop in. That's fine. Okay. Still level 50. Over at Highbridge. Yeah. Mr. Braves. Ah, Arctic. My scouts have been keeping a close eye on the black marketeer. We've seen that his guests have arrived. We've also seen that he's hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs are no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a man of your standing, and Commander Lumiere needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men ever have need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, it's only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Yep. Bait and switch. Elder is eager to bring the black marketeer and his clients to justice. Let's do it. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Arctic. Okay. To the burning wall. I just stand here. There we go. Further this way. Stuff in here. It's definitely a spot for it. My goodness. There's a fate happening here. It's probably fine. Okay. I spy the one man. There are sure to be others. Down below. Over here. Over there. Something. I have a plan. When we approach the sentry and create a distraction, my man and I will slip past and catch the black marketeer unawares. Alright. Once we dispose of his thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Once we off, good luck, my friend. Tunnel entrance. Down below. There's a hired thug there. Speak with a hired thug. Hey, how's it going? Who goes there? An adventurer? Damn fool, you should have never come here. Black Marketeer bodyguards. No such luck. Kill him, we're done with it. Another one? Black Marketeer bodyguard. Another bodyguard here. Worth us all of you. This ends now. Uh-huh. And anyways. Wait, tunnel entrance. Destination. Right here. Took care of those bodyguards. Easy enough. Wait. I don't understand. What's this all about? Rah! Investigate the disturbance. It's in the tunnel. So he beat us to the punch. Yep. As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. Before I could disarm him, one of my swords panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard, and to bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander, the fair will be most disappointed. Damn it all, a golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of dust-white sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Brass Blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. And even that accomplishment is lacking. For the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. Oh boy. We have a small number of weapons. Actionable intelligence. Lacking. There would like nothing more to have this incident forgotten. Best laid schemes. I'll join the first in their hunt for the dusk-white sellswords. If the gods are good, we'll catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Oda in my stead. Trust them to the thirds, Yu Hasan. He will take care of the rest. Wood and creative weapons. That guy. Okay. 2. Oda. That we can do. What a mess. What a mess. See if Affinal has made any progress while we were out. And we'll see if the Soul Santa does something to this soon. The timelines of all this, we'll have to see. Net. Area. What's this at? It's right here in the middle. Nears, I guess. It's fine. Alright. real question is, are there more weapons out and about? Or is it actually just a small amount? That also makes a pretty big difference. We'll see. You're back. Ah, the warrior of light, ever reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. And my deepest thanks for your assistance in Kurthus. Now it brings you to us this day. Box. A box filled with contraband weapons. Just a couple. We broke the box. Nope, it's just here. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say. Understood. Once you've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? We'll say with confidence that there be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Real is unfamiliar with the ways of old-time merchants. Whoever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. Still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Orders are to stand watch, not seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the Ceruleum processing plant. Time for the Fourth to earn their keep, eh? We'll fight. I mean, for the freedom of all. Oh. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear of your contribution until we meet again. Alright. Delivery. We could go grab all the delivery quests. Go grab another section of this. Artic, a word if it please you. Yeah, sure. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time. Don't you worry. Okay. Sapphire Avenue Exchange. It's right over here, really. It's fine then. Not here. Let's go to the market, where more people can hear us. Got it. Fantastic plans. Thanks for indulging my request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. While the hustle and bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I get to the point. The burn wall, when you and the captain interrupt the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything, leave out no detail. Oops. Everything happened. I was mostly just outside most of the time, but that's what I heard. That's not quite how the first told it. These dusk whites they were chasing, the latest word is that we lost the trail. We never saw him yourself, not before the fighting started and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's book, or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking Gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water. The first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I have a lot on my minds these days. And I appreciate you lending an ear. Right then, best get back to it. Artic, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Hi, Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come as soon as you're able. Okay. Getting conflicting information from the different companies of the Crystal Braves. We're immediately needed back at Remnant's Toll. We cannot catch a break here. My goodness. maybe we have spies. Wouldn't be the first time, would it? Oh boy. We did just kind of wander over the place, grabbing up anybody that was interested. Not the best vetting process. Yeah. Sounds are happening over there. Rise and stones. Something horrible happened while we were gone? Possible. We're just kind of hanging out, so probably not the worst. Thank you for coming so quickly, Arctic. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. Most determined lady by all indications. Alright. The Rising Chorus. Victor seems eager to escort you to the solar. Let's meet this visitor. Our guest is with the antecedent in the solar at present. Let's not keep him waiting any longer, shall we? Yep. Over here. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Lucia. Reed, and Jan, Drew, and Villiam. Everybody. Alright. Alright.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
Yep.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragon Star burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragon Star is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Gallian fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Zorma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Sorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Yep.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
How big of a battle are we talking? It's probably fine. Forgive me if I state aught which you already knew, but I will ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. Okay. As Roger stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial Fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius von Belzar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day, Midgard Zomer, legendary guardian of the Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's stream engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. The same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls to the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters, crystallizing ether for palms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center, a constant reminder of that faithful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Amaric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Alright. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There's much to be done, and precious little time to do it. Indeed. Alright. Doman watch. Just outside here. Stop here. Spend some of the money. Do the same amount of loading screens. Get further out. It's fine. Don't have to run through the middle of our base here. That's alright. Okay. Convenient that there is signs of the Dravanian communications or whatever. A hint that something might be happening. Yep, there's a whole thing. Place is a mess. Place is a mess. Doman watch. Hey. Can I take this boat? You're in luck, sir. I was about to send word to Ribbon's Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Customs Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, but they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. Customs supply lines have been cut for some time, and wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. Anything about the worm, though? And the dragons? And everything? So it's true, then. The Ishkarians honestly fear that the worm might rise again? Well, from here, that seems rather unlikely. But if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrius, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Climb to the top. Keeper of the Lake now accessible. Duty Finder and Duty Support. Amazing. How random the things that we can just get going here. Just pop that open. Probably be slower with Jew support since people aren't just sprinting through the dungeon. Just kind of keep it going. I'm level 90 on this. What's going up? Register for duty. There'll also be these level 50 duty support ones would be ways to get more XP from that, just farming it, but whether or not that's the best way to get experience on other characters, other classes. Oh, this. An entire airship and a dragon looped around it. Keeper of the Lake. Oh boy, what a mess. Let's get it. Oh. Bonus of 80 additional elegant tombstones. Nice. It's giant enemy crabs. Well. Peace. What happened to that? Did that fall down? What was that? It's like a mess. It's like a mess. Huh. Again, only 3 guys. I'm still better off with the single target attack. But I think the Thunder 2 is at least good enough. Targets 290, yeah. It's something out here. Oh. Son of the Keeper. Wow. They're all wet. Fish. Okay. Yeah. Everybody can get stoned. Break time. Everybody. We have to climb all the way to the top again. It's gonna take a little bit. Most likely. All that. Great. Piece fell over. Treasure! Oh, do we need more treasure right now? Not really. Depends what kind of treasure it is. It is level 100. Still something. We'll fill out some gaps, perhaps. That's worth it. A whole mix. Wow. Okay. Submit goblins. Let's put the range on that. froggy guy. He's dead. Continuing on. First boss. Einhemde. Alright. Let's see what we gotta deal with here. Resounding screeches coming. Drops the things on the ground. Those explode. Let's go stand here where it's not gonna explode. Perfect. Come on. You're gonna drop more stuff. Just dodge all the explosions. A fine strategy. Another screech. I'm going that way. Let's make a big difference. It's fine. Let's roll over here. You're dead. 49,000 XP for that. Not too shabby. Treasure. Level 100 legs. 100 ring. All kinds of stuff. And now we can climb up. Wow. The Agrius quarterdeck. Please, yes. Two is about where that ends up evening out. And the last guy here. Dude. Imperial identification key. Metric terminal. Open it up. Barriers are one. The alert's going though, that's for sure. I can attack him from inside that barrier. That's pretty wild. Like that. There's a field inductor over there. Probably what we need to deal with. And defeat the Colossus. Oh, big blast. Weird. By breaking that field thing also turned off all the alarms. That'd be nice. I'm just gonna get out of the way of that. Like a big old wind blast or something. That's fine. Yep. Treasure. Earrings of Slain. What are these guys? What? They're all bunched up here. Check someone has more health. So my spells can actually cast. That. Disagree. Disagree completely with that. I like treasure. And a big guy. That. Okay. Nope. No thanks. Yeah. Yeah, again. We have healing. Okay. Another identification key. Got it. Open up the next terminal. Yep. The barrier is no more. This big guy. Match attack gunship. Feels like a very good thing to go attack. Wild. Okay. So we start blasting. Big old fire over that way. Look at this. It's fine over here. Just dropping fire all over here. Also wild. No. It's really turns to blast us. I've got some friends. Do some enemy attacks here. Yeah. That's the sword. Nope. Hey, this guy. We got the Vanguard here. There you go. gauntlets. Sure. So we're heading to the top here, the last bit, by the looks of things. That was 86,000 XP. Yeah, that'll do it. It's 120,000 so far. Definitely experience to be had out here. Got more gunships flying around. Health and blast. That's gonna make I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference. Target things in a particular way. I think the gunship's blasting from above. Amusing. Man. Loyal, nice. Silver Falcon. They can open up their way for us. How convenient. Appreciate it. Loyal dragonflies. Sure. You say so. Huh. Touch that. And the last one for this pack of guys. Damn it. A wyvern over here. Blast him. Fireball. Yeah. Yeah. Very high up here. Here's the top. Map of the realm. Give her the link.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet? Remember, mortal, and fear me.
I'm gonna blast him. I'm gonna blast this ghost dragon. Doesn't stand a chance. Charge! There goes another. There goes one. Alright. Get out of that. Oh. Big blue thing happening there. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah. Yeah. Promise my child enjoy the chorus once more. Phantom Admonishment. Yeah. So you stand to the side here. That seems to be a solid plan. Oh, look, fireball. Time to dodge this. A bold our defiance. There's dragons. Mirage dragons. Fantastic. Aether is becoming a thing here. Try to do something about that. $52. Are you gonna be immortal? No, I have not, Lord. Blast it. So thou art gifted. Yep. Staggering. Situation. One. In the middle. Dodge it. Oh. Full MP again. Yeah. Yeah. I know where the dragons are gonna shoot. You can tell me where they're facing. At any rate. I'd say we're already in that. Let's finish this. The dungeon's 5. We've done a lot of dungeons. More jumpstones. Dungeons 5. How many died? How many is that? 40 unique instance dungeon raids or trials. Easy. Treasure is 100 body here. Okay. Are we good? Dealt with it. dealt with it.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve.
What are you doing now?
Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, noble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee. Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more. binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
Okay. You may summon Midgardsormr by selecting the corresponding entry within the minion guide under character in the main menu. So we got the dragon. All of our crystals that we spent all that time collecting, getting all blown up and stuff, that was not great. I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? Yes. Aha, but you shouldn't waste time talking with me. I've not left a message saying that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. Of course I am. Okay. Did that count as winning? Hard to say. Hard to say. It's definitely something. Implications of all this. To be determined. Sprinting. Up and it's back here. Alright. To the solar. Didn't you say you need to be in Ul'dah? Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. Yep. I came as soon as Pamphylia informed me of Sir Eric's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. They would hear your report. It was an entire thing. I promise you that. You conversed with Midgardsormr? I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Worm Lord did not perish, and has, in sooth, lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation, for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Those words were ambiguous at times. One statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. Must share this information with Sir Eric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgardsormr in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Germanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as such. For your own protection, and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. Fair. Reasonable. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Emeric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Come on. Is there something you're not telling us, Archnick? You seem different somehow. It is almost as if you're missing something. Something important. Oh, maybe. It was a whole thing. 12 for Fend. Midgard's almost stripped you of the blessing of light. Are you alright? How do you feel? Fine. All things considered. I see. It's relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgard Zomer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls says that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Athek and Nia, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgard Zomer ever watch over the source, in which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke? It was not the gods with whom he treated, but Helen herself. Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you'll have an opportunity to ask. Let's keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burn our friends needlessly. Fair. Reasonable. Dragon friend. Maybe. Art thou a pawn or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thy own hands, mortal? Fireballs up a whole bunch of stuff. He's just here to bother us. Sigh. Alright.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Worm Lord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Yep.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Probably because of how poorly everything keeps going for us. Probably something like that. The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgard Zomer who roared, call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Till such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance, and pray that our fears are unfounded. Oh boy. Oh boy. So that is another problem. That's great. Fantastic. until they ask for help. We'll have to keep working our own problems. Next time, goodbye.